Alright, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and well, this is going to be an interesting one because, yeah, I'm going to be doing a mini clip whilst also doing on the side. You may not recognise it quite yet, but I'll show it later on right near the end of the video. But anywho, yeah, this is a most intriguing. Well, first off, why am I even in the wilderness in the first place, you may ask? Well, there is this little mini quest that I did after the first two quests. I can't remember what they are now, but yeah, Curse of the Empty Lord. That's an intriguing name for a mini quest, which is, well, it doesn't actually provide anything substance other than some cosmetics, but yeah, it's the very first quest I believe I've ever done, not including the Mage Arena 1 and 2, that's actually in the wilderness, and oh fuck me. Yeah, this is actually, in case you're curious, Curse of the Empty Lord is basically a miniature quest where it involves some lore surrounding one of the gods, Zaros, and basically the whole point of it is so that you can pretty much discover all the, how to say it, all the different parts, what was it? It actually was a bit about the whole set of the God War stuff and that, and essentially it is some rather interesting details to be had, but my god, the fact it's set in the wilderness of all things is a bit fucking abysmal. I mean, not just that also, there we go. Not just that, but it's also primarily the fact that obviously there's actually 3 different sequences in that. You know, this is only, I think this is, I want to say the first, but may it be the second, where the first, like, how do you explain it? Basically, you have these 5 invisible ghosts you can only see when wearing the Ring of Visibility. That I missed out on when talking to, I think you start off, I forget, somewhere near the Fishing Guild and that, you do the quest, was it the I Glow for it? No. Glory's, fuck, I forget the name of it, but basically you have to go for a different quest, and I think it's maybe the Waterfall one, but you have to talk to a ghost once you get the Ring of Visibility, and that starts the whole Curse of the Empty Lord thing, and that's essentially what kickstarts this whole quest. But yeah, there's basically, you get 3 sequences. 2 of them you have to go into the wilderness at least twice. 1 though you have to do 3 times. I thankfully got the one I only had to do it twice, but even then it was still a bit fucking bullshit, because you see here the bandits, like, some are actually not too bad, but the bandit one, oh my god, that can fuck off. You know, this was probably made easier back in the day when there wasn't those level, oh no, it wouldn't have really mattered anyway, but you can see here I'm trying very hard to lure all these guys, you know, and yeah, almost had it there, almost fucking had it. Like, I'm trying to talk to the guy in peace, and that's easier said than done, unfortunately. Let's see here, almost got it. The door appears to be stuck, because I'm trying to, like, trap them all. Yeah, didn't need to do that, and it ended up still one guy chasing me, so pretty much I had to kind of go around the top side and get him stuck in one of the corners, and oh man, so much fucking fuss just to try and have a peaceful conversation with the very first ghost at that. Yeah, no, like, oh boy. I mean, thankfully after the first 2 and it gets a lot more better, and now you'll see the second one in a couple of minutes, and that after I get this guy successfully trapped and also protect range, because I was still doing Zora at that point. Oh boy. Oh, bless me. But yes, now we finally got somewhat peaceful, except not really, because the guy's still chasing me. Yeah, fucking hell. Oh boy. But yeah, so essentially this is kind of like a quest that's pretty dangerous, not really in the sense of traditional sort of combat, more so there is a huge risk of Pk'ers, especially in the first 2, which I guess I'm glad to have, you know, better get out of the way and that, you know. And you may have noticed in Mentor there was already a ghostly apparel and that. Yeah, every time you talk to one of these ghosts, you start off with the first one just getting the body, and then after that you get one more piece every time. And by the time you finish the whole quest, yeah, you get a nice cool looking set of ghostly robes and that. It's similar to the shades, except, I don't know, I think it's not like full on blackish, you know, transparent. It's like a more grey, like light grey transparent, which, I'll be honest, looks better. And that, like, I've never worn shades in a long time, but the ghost ones, yeah, they're pretty cool. And I actually remember, I think, what is it, people from the classic Runescape 2 days, that was like the cool kind of thing to wear and that. Yeah, of course this is how you unlocked it, and oh boy. Bloody hell. It's funny, actually, I've done, what, 2 clues here? I think the hard one was way off here. You see, that way off that wall you do a hard one. I think somewhere around here you do, I don't know if it's an emote clue or like someone else, you do an elite. Oh boy. Also took that mining shop with my old pet right in that store there as well. Fun times, fun times. Also, speaking of this screenshot, yeah, I'm actually a bit annoyed that for the first time ever I've completely fucked up a skilling screenshot. You know, I do every 70, 80, 90, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, I fucked up 80 fletching and that. I was supposed to do a follow the West Bank and that, and not only did I miss it, I was completely oblivious till I started doing what I'm doing right here, which is, if you are a curious, wyverns. Yeah, it's strange actually. Like, you think, okay, well, skill 1 is good, and it still is good, but why aren't you going to something that's better, like Zora or the Root Black Drums, the other bosses, you know? There's a reason for that, and I'll show it off right after this video finishes, but yeah. Here's the second part. Oh fuck, and I didn't even start off, like, I forgot to record it coming up to it, but yeah. You see here and that, very much so that these zombies are fucking pesky. You know, like, that's the thing. Trying to get a chat with this guy here is not so easy. Not so easy, but yeah, this is where... Actually, I'm pretty sure where I'm standing right now is where you get, you know, where you, like, if somebody was to teleport, I don't know if it's... I don't think it's Annika or it's the other one. Can I something? Can I ring or something? Forget the name, but yeah. Essentially, that's where this thing comes into play, and you know, yeah, if someone was to teleport using that teleport right now, you know, there and then, you know, they would spawn right next to me, and if they're a Pk'er, I'm fucked. Basically I'm fucked, unless I teleport right there and then, because it's under 20, but even then it's still a fucking farce. Oh boy. Yeah, you gotta love the zombies and that, and this one, oh fuck. There's no way of really trapping them on that, force, so I just kinda had to get them behind the ghost I was talking to. Funny that, if you don't have the ring of visibility in that, there's still an NPC there, but yeah, and like, interruption, indeed. You have to deal with this bullshit. Yeah, that. Also, that's another annoying thing as well, and yeah, it would have been better if it was multi, because then that way I could just pretty much get them all in one go and that, but no. Yeah, that's kind of the pesky problem, isn't it? Indeed. Also, oops, there we go. Alright. Yeah, so, this thing, and alright, I don't know whether to talk about the news right now, or there's anything else to add. And however, I suppose I may as well show off a couple other clips, and after this one, that are also equally infuriating and that, but more on that when I get to it. So, alright, news time then, since you'll just be seeing much lower going on in the background and that, talking to the guys in a fairly normal speed. Why don't we? Yeah. So, yeah, second third-party client statement, yes. Now, I'm pretty sure this is not the same one as, what was it? No, RuneScape 3 was more about the microtransactions. No, this is the third-party client where essentially this was at the boiling point where, you know, something had to be done about the overpowered clients, like Osbuddy really pushing up to 11 and all. And they made some questionable, like, they basically put a list of what is not allowed, i.e. a blacklist, but some people weren't happy with the fact that they didn't put a list of what was allowed, i.e. a whitelist. And you know, and very much just infuriated a bunch of people because it made it seem almost like fearmonger, like, you know, there's a good chance you'll get banned if you do even some remotely offish with the third-party client. You know, it wasn't very clear on that. I mean, they have rectified this, I think, a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago now, so some of the stuff that was really bad, like the whole, you know, you can't, like, you know, put the, what was it, the highlighted panels, like, you couldn't even do that manually, whereas now you can, and that, but back then it was like, you know, you pretty much, it looked like you could probably get banned from that, but now it's cleared up, and a bunch of other things and that, so, yeah, this is very much intriguing. I mean, as you know, I use the vanilla client. I'm probably one of the very few at this point that still uses it, but truth be told, I feel comfortable with it, you know. And I know there's a few things in regards to, what is it, there could be some potential GPU issues with certain areas. Like I know two of the notorious ones are the Zaya library, which I haven't had issues with, surprisingly. So that bodes well for me. But there's the other one, the demonic gorilla cave, which I don't know. I've not tried, so for all you know, I might actually be really like just hardly anything, or it could just be complete nightmares and maybe prove the point exactly. But I guess we'll have to see when we get all the quests done, you know, Grandmasters and that, because those three will wait till the very, very end. So yeah, that'll be a funny one, that won't it? Fuck. Anywho, yeah. So I suppose having a list of these unenforceable plugins. Yeah, oh yeah, unenforceable, because this is a problem. One of the issues that they have with the whole thing is that Jagex put out some things like displays now, you know, like how it has boss times. So it's pretty much something that gathers data and puts it in front of you in a, I guess, non-intrusive way, and that basically says, you know, when the boss is going to respawn. So like, as soon as the boss is dead, you know, it sets off a timer, which is basically by the end of it, the boss should respawn, you know, that kind of thing. And the problem with that is there's no way of enforcing that. You know, there's another more overpowered one, and that is very much with the demonic gorillas. Like, it times it, so like, you know, you got a certain timer, and then it says what should protect next. You know, these are trickier because then it kind of predicts which one's going to be in a way, and you don't even have to look at it. You just, you know, oh, that one, boop. But you know, like you don't even have to really think. And this is the problem. Like Runescape encouraging games being more mindless. Though you could say this, like, raids doesn't really affect that, but that's besides the point. Although I have my major issue with raids being like, you know, if you have the Runescape, it gathers a map, and of not just that floor, but the one below as well. So you can effectively see if you get visible or not. And with me, I don't have that function. I check the in-game map, it doesn't come with anything. So I just kind of have to look at the first floor and say, alright, based on these two, is it headed towards the direction which has Vespula? If so, fuck it. If not, you know, this is what I'm going to have to do if I want to get a first actual good raid. So, I don't know. I feel like this should be something that should be rectified. And that, you know, if that's what they're planning to stick with. Otherwise, it just comes off as contradictory. Also, oh shit, I need to out some shit. Oh, fuck. Also, yeah, there was a wyvern burn. Fuck. Alright, there we go. I can just get back to where it was. Alright. There we go. Alright. Back to where I was to it. So, yeah, obviously you saw that third ghost. It was just barely further away from my usual teleport spot. And yeah, and the fourth one was exactly far off either. Just go to the monster and there you go. But yes, certainly. Oh, the enforceable plugins and that, I don't know if they'll ever actually be able to, you know, it's the kind of thing where you allow a client to do certain things but not do other things, so how can you actually, you know, before it was, if they can let you do anything of that sorts, then that was it, you know, like you were just, you know, given the banhammer, Gower Brother style, whereas now it's different now that not just the American IVP owners have had their go at it, but now the Fucon, but that's kind of put into question now, you know, Chinese owners is now into play. It's a bit different, so very much intriguing that you know the whole thing with China. Actually, just to get a bit off topic, yeah, you know, you probably notice those shitty Game of Thrones advertisers that they really heavily push in that, and I don't know. There's a certain level of fakeness behind it. You know, like it's like Chinese trying to imitate the whole Western, you know, like English American kind of advertise, kind of like that kind of thing. It just comes off as really fake. And that was you really, you know, if you go beyond surface level stuff, it's just like, nah, it's... I can sort of believe there would be issues of, data gathering that's questionable and that, certainly. And I mean, very much that alone is enough to put me off for a bit. Just the whole thing, it doesn't actually look that polished on. It's like, it could be free, but it's a free-to-play one mentality that, you know, a lot of mobile games have. With RuneScape kind of be one of the exceptions these days, but even then, that's a bit questionable now that, well, I don't know, you get the membership, so it's kind of free to play, kind of not, but that's besides the point. Anyhow, I've got some very interesting news in regards to bonds. Oh yes, bonds. Well, we do use a lot of them, don't we? And that, yeah. So, this might appease to the more rich folks than that, because apparently bonds have been shooting up. Like, I'm not talking about, you know, last time I checked it was like almost 5 mil. Nope. It's now skyrocketing up to almost 6 mil. If not, actually, I think last time I checked, it actually just barely surpassed 6 mil. Like, it was getting reaching there, but now as I recorded a few days ago, it has surpassed 6 mil. Like, what the fuck? 6 million? Like, yeah, what happened to that time when mobile was causing it to go down for a while and then it's just shooting up? Like, what the actual fuck? It's just like, when going with the bonds and that was cheap and now we're kind of fucked in that sense. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, I'm at a point where I could probably still afford it. Like, maybe if this had been happening when I was just in my early members days, I would have really struggled and probably just would have had just packed in. But I'm at a point now where, 3 mil, 6 mil, I can still get it, you know, it's just 2-3 hours more grinding. Man, my voice though. But yeah, certainly, I feel like obviously the member situation is going to be very interesting. I mean, the only reason I've been on a month membership, like the third time in a row now, is because, yeah, the grinding for the final, most powerful weapon that there is currently in RuneScape. Ah, yes, Twisted Bow. And I feel like I'll actually show you in that, like, near the time and that, but there's a reason why I think I've surpassed a very big moment in that, though I can't confirm it, you know, right now, but I'm almost certain I've surpassed it. But anywho, that aside, let's see. Yeah, come across the last ghost, which was a bit of a pain to find, that being, I think, in the Mauritania region. And yeah, just use a ring, a 10 fucking ring that got me there, and oh boy. But yeah, so indeed, this is a fun one. Yeah, the fall of old school RuneScape's golden age with mass decrease from mobile as of fall. Yeah, do you remember when it was released back in the 5th of October 2018? Yeah, about 13 and a half months ago. And yeah, it was all looking really good. Like, you know that kind of moment where everyone was really busy? That currently the Twisted League's going for, like, oh, that's another thing, yeah. Twisted League actually is really a big hit. People are liking it a lot. And certainly I'm considering, after I get this Twisted Bow and the 1 month membership's over with, because, you know, I don't know. Maybe. It's a big maybe, because that's the thing with Christmas coming up. It's like, that's a lot of time that, oh, I don't know, it's... You know, I can see myself regretting it if, let's just say, the few great home kind of like theme items like the home teleporter and that are left, and they're like, even the fucking teleport's like 15-20 mil and the house kit's like over 100. Yeah, fuck me. I'd expect it'd probably be around that price, I reckon. Yeah, I know, but hey ho, hey ho. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, generally speaking, obviously, the numbers have recently, well, not too long ago, but around a couple months now, they've went back to pre-mobile numbers. So obviously there's been a bit of a decline, and you could want that partially due to although I don't know how much effect this has now with, if you remember World of Warcraft Classic, and then not too long after that, the whole Blitzchung situation arose, and that's kind of thrown the whole question of the Chinese ruining things yet again, except from a different angle. Not so much because of monetization, more so because of, yeah, censorship kind of issues. Kind of like you're supporting a company that supports a government that's not very good. And then an American company that stands for speech, you know, freedom of speech, and they support a government that doesn't support that. If anything, they're complete opposite. So it kind of throws a lot of the values into question, especially regards to capitalism. But I digress. Politics aside, though, yeah, certainly there could be other reasons why the membership thing seems to be falling apart and just not as popular. But I don't know, it's risen up again somewhat. Not as big, but I think it's because Twisted League's brought back a bunch of people who are just getting bored with, you know, the whole old style of things. And, you know, yeah, now they've got something new to look forward to. And yes, very much so indeed, with Iron Man only, you know, in a restricted region that is Zaya, which, yeah, before there was a bunch of stuff people didn't know about at the beginning. Bits there because you kind of didn't really need to do it. It was more like the late game stuff, like, you know, obviously the raids, you know, Great Home Raid, the Catacombs of Kuren, you know, the Great Kuren Dungeon, and what else? A few things like, what's it? The Tith Farm, you know, that's like really good for farming and that. Though I have yet to bother with that myself, but I mean, you never know, and I reckon I'll probably give that a shot myself some point, well, soonish, and if not on there, you know, the Twisted League, probably later on, just so I can get the fucking farming outfit and that. You know, like all the others, because I've still got the woodcutting one as well, and oh fuck. So much to do, so much, but oh. Alright, so let me see. Just checking here as well. Now, what's this one here? I'm just want to check the news. Oh yeah, new bounty. Oh fuck. Now we get to the juicy stuff, yeah. So, Bounty Hunter 2. How is it? With the new, what was it, hotspot business and, you know, them releasing a new shop and that to prepare this. It's kind of been a fucking disaster, let's be honest. Like, yeah, do you remember when they made that fuck up? Like, what was that? They made a fuck up in regards to Twisted Bow accidentally spawned back in February. And they kind of patched that, right? And then they did another rollback when, if you kill some, too much of a sin, high value item, like thousands or something, it would kind of turn into a max cash stack instead. They roll back that one. And, you know, and I think they did roll back for one other case, but I can't remember what. And that, yeah, now listen to this one here, alright. The way these crates are meant to work and that, like when you kill somebody, instead of the whole emblem upgrading business, they've kind of changed it where that's a bit more complicated, but as a counter to that, to make it more profitable just for people to get into and that, yeah, what they've done now is they've very much changed how the whole system works so that instead of just, you know, yeah, sorry if I start with this because I mainly disagree from the side of, oh fuck it, I'll explain my reasons later on, but for now, basically, these crates offer a whole bunch of usual PK supplies, like, you know, Chaos, Death Runes, Sandfu Serums, Combat Potions, you know, Prayers, stuff like, you name it, you know, the usual, you know, PK sort of supplies and that, in order to further encourage and also get people who are not so good to still get something out of it. Because, you know, the whole PvM just being so profitable that PK just kind of looks shit by comparison, you know? Hence why the whole, you know, they brought about this idea of PvM'ers have to be risking, you know, money makings, but PKers get the chance of to tag them and that, but then they themselves risking attacked by stronger, you know, groups or really good PKers and all. And yeah, that's how that started. So when you try to bring it back to just being fair one-on-one combat, you kind of have to compensate somehow, and this is how they went about it and that. So very much in essence and that, this is how they've went about giving these crates and that. Now, alright, that sounds all good and that. I don't think they had it before, but what makes it so bad this time? This is the juicy question, isn't it? So, the crates. The biggest problem that people have right now with the crates is that very much there was supposed to be an alternative where essentially the loot, like the alchemy stuff from these crates weren't so big, and that in favour of the unique kind of stuff that are just basically a point reward system and that, you know, that you'd get. And the vast majority of those failed, I think, save for one. I think it was like a god colour thing in it, that was it. So with hardly anything released in that, they kind of had to do what they did for Revenants, which was to make them alchable and that, so at least people still get something. And very much that's what they did, and that they made these bunch of alchables, which, you know, it makes you wonder. Yeah, the bot situation. Oh boy. With bots, man, bots. Yeah, I believe they have a vested interest in making these alchables, primarily so they can farm it and these hotspots areas via, I don't know, it's kind of hard to get through, but yeah, is that all? So, alright, before I get any further, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show that, yeah, this moment here where very much I got 2 fucking onyxes right, almost back to back. And it's fucking shite, because those things are worth like what? Only, you know, just over 2 mil now? Like, they're fucking rubbish. You know, I got fucking ripped off. Fucking garbage. But alrighty then. So, I'll just position this correctly here. Something like that. Yeah, we're finally at it, eh? Also, yeah. So, remember that, you know, I had the Amaro, the nice shiny golden yellow thing? Well, oh fuck. Indeed. Beautiful weapon, isn't she? The Dragon Hunter crossbow at last. Oh, this was something, eh? I mean, this is probably the first expensive weapon I had to sell other expensive shit for, just to get it to work, but my god, I had my worries that this wouldn't be much better and that's a waste money, you know, selling some stuff to get an expensive weapon like this, but no, it is shredding for these wyverns. Like, I think before I was getting maybe something about around 55ish kills an hour, but I swear this is now close to like 65, maybe even close to 70 an hour. You're like, most times I can kill them in under a minute now. It's just like so fucking quick. Honestly, this is like, oh, I'll show off again right at the end of the video, but holy shit. The amount of loot to be had here is just fucking ridiculous. And that, you know. Yeah, actually, no. What I'll do, actually, I'll save that. I'll save it. Also, rip. Yeah, I'll save that for, well, very much the next video, which, if you can imagine what that's saying, well, indeed, it will not be very long till we get to that point. So, I suppose I'll have to do some preparation for this because, oh boy, this is going to be very highly technical indeed. Oh, fuck. It's a weird one that I'm very much looking forward to doing, but trying to do this with wyverns, oh fuck. Let's just say it's going to be a fun one, and no doubt it's going to cause some interference on the side of what's, oh fuck, I forget. Basically, they're going to kind of collide with each other. Like, I would like to get this a bit lower on that, so I'll have to see if the whole camera setup on that, yes. I'll have to see if I can lower it a bit so that it gives more room for my old school Runescape client stuff up here in the top right corner. But anywho, I suppose I shall be off for now, and shortly I'll be back to do this very much video that I've been looking forward to for a long ass time. Alright, see you then.